side by side, 12-hour 2024.
I do a dance. Good. You're famous. You got the key on for it?
Not sure what I was doing there. The car was in gear, ready to go. I wasn't crazy about the thought of being up front at the beginning anyhow. With the high horsepower cars and low visibility, I thought there was a good chance of getting ran smooth over. So many rocks out here, I was cautious not to slide while offline. Again, not pushing because of the rocks. The cars with chase lights were literally blinding. Car is fully stock engine. Talon X Model. And here we all unknowingly cut the track. The video makes it look a lot better than it was. Now here comes a group of racers. They cut the track worse than us. Visibility and markings to blame. I felt kind of forced into this line. I know it wasn't the optimal one. Oh, cameras never do the big hills justice. Remember this creek bottom. It will come into play later. Hey, did I mention how blinding these chase lights were? This section was right along the fence line, and some kind of slick, let me tell you. Kind of see that it's raining a little bit. Not too bad yet. I hate to keep blaming these lights, but doggone it. I really couldn't get close to the guy because I couldn't see the lines. Hit bumps, I would have to turn off a notification on my live stream so I could see. We were all in a tidy little line at this point, like sheep. And right here is where it all went wrong. You're looking at the way we should have gone to the right. Mass confusion here. Pretty quickly, I realized we were not on the right path. Issue was I couldn't really see good enough to investigate a different route. Look, here we are. Back at that creek I told you to remember. Remember? Now this time we are in it backwards. It's hard to see, but one of the officials is on the other side, probably telling us how he wasn't planning on herding cats today. Now we were kind of going the right way, but we were still scrambling to find where we went wrong. Missed it again. I pretty well knew it right away, so now I had to figure out how to turn around again. Boom. Now we were racing again. Roughest section of the track right here. These couple corners here were just like ice. This nice loom straightaway really let the stock engine underwhelm you. This one single ribbon did not catch my eye at 60 miles per hour. Almost cut the track again. Now we find ourselves in the rock-crawling creek section. Pretty gnarly, in fact. 15-mile-per-hour limit here. We drive through here, hoping out pit. Crew looks at us with a thumbs up and not a look of despair from seeing something broken on the car. I try and send a few messages to my adoring fans. All 4 of them. Here we jump to a couple laps later. I'm only racing the 3 and the 6 hour. With that and conserving the car in mind, I try to not get into any battles. I also don't really trust that people in these big old cars won't just plow over me if they get a little out of control. The rain is progressively getting worse out here. I'm glad I tucked this camera up and out of the rain. Well, mostly. My hands were getting really cold from all the rain. My gloves were made for cold weather, but not for this. Jump to the same section the following lap. Fellow Honda team caught the fence, and well, I bumped them. I bobble and let the other Honda back by. This corner got me multiple times. I get back by while driving perhaps a little recklessly in the rock section. So now we fast forward a few more laps. Should be around 8:45 or so. The rain has finally started to calm down, so I can turn on my front 360 camera. I also got the live stream back on. It glitched, and I left it off while it was raining. I got a new pair of gloves at the last pit stop. My old ones were soaked and covered in mud. I try to use my gloves the best I can to keep the live stream clear. Another big hill that looks minuscule on camera. right-hand corner was so slick it was hard to get through it. The car didn't want to turn, and here is that creek we were all backwards in. That first lap, what fools we were. Now this is what the live stream looked like. Obviously another section of the track on another lap, but you get the idea. It was surprisingly clear. I believe I had over 1,000 different people tune in during the race. I enjoyed checking out the comments when I had spare time. Let's hear some live stream sound. Definitely not as good as the Insta360 camera, but fun to know what my viewers were suffering through. Really starting to feel the excess weight from the mud. The suspension was not really set up for this, and most any ravine out there was maxing out the shocks. The track was getting slicker in some spots, and the mud got stickier in others. Here you can see me slide ever so slightly into the fence.
Do you need anything, Gus? I gotta pee. Well, you better hurry. Where's my damn tire? What? Hey, I don't know. You want gas, Curtis? Yeah, we can go inside with all right now. Is it flat? It's not flat, but it's
was the first real pit stop. According to the live timing, I was winning the 3-hour by a wide margin. That's why I took the time to use the restroom. Unfortunately, this was some sort of error or glitch of some kind. We are guessing the live timing was having trouble showing everyone who entered into multiple classes. When the 3 hours was over, all of a sudden, it showed me in second place. My fastest lap was almost a minute faster than the leader, so I had the speed. I didn't realize I needed to use it. Dad found a hole in the sidewall of the front tire. He was able to plug it, and it lasted the rest of the race that way.
What? What are you doing with this Christmas tree in here? Oh, I was shopping. Well, shopping with my wife. Okay. Little cedar tree with you. Hey, you got a clean rag, Corey? I like that camera in front of my phone. Good.
Oh, the stream still looks good. I like you flipping and commenting while you're racing.
It appeared a lot of people in the pits were keeping up with my Facebook stream. Here we find ourselves behind the Dr. Powersports Honda team. I had fought the urge to get into a race before, but we were close to the end of the 3-hour section, so I decided to give chase. See me wipe the camera a few times. I try to be conscious of the roost and keep the camera clean when I can. This dag-darn corner got me so many times. I don't think the Ceros tires were the best out here. playing catch-up. The vigilant viewers out there might notice I'm on my third pair of gloves. Comes a reroute from earlier. There was a blue by 3 off a ravine in the normal line. Did I say by 3? My AI brain doesn't know how to interpret Can-Aim models. Obviously, I meant X3. This ravine here was a deceptive little critter. I got into it too fast once. My teeth still hurt to this day. I took it easy after that. I think my line choice here played a role in helping catch up to the competing Honda. Gotta love speed limits. Hard to see in the video, but there is a hole in this left-hander. I found a tight line that avoided it. I also ran a tighter line here than most, helping me set up for the corner around the pond. I'm able to squeeze by here, then start to focus ahead. end of that lap, I had caught up to this RS1 and began looking for a way around. He waves me by this time. We battled earlier before my pit, and he was in a giving mood. You can see the other Honda gets around him as well. At the end of that last lap you saw, I let the Honda team back by. I wasn't in it for the 12-hour and didn't feel the need to push the car that hard. I didn't want to risk holding up my fellow Honda guys. I let the Polaris by as well a little later. At this point, I was the only 6-hour participant still going. I pretty much just settled into a rhythm and tried to drive smooth lines and not put extra stress on the car. Earlier, I had gotten a flat in the rear. This caused us to use our only spare, so I was also careful to not ruin another tire. Dad was planning to race this car in a week at the TX4 race. This car really is a testament to Honda durability. It has been raced since the second year of Texplex. It's been through multiple short course seasons and a few gold rush races at Hallett. Curtis has raced it with Rad for over a season at the TX4 Woods races. All this on stock X suspension. I don't think we have really ever had to fix much on this car. Changed the oil a few times, probably. Stock motor with an exhaust. It's hard to beat that. We got well beyond our money's worth from this Honda Talon. Wait, did I just turn this video into a commercial? Well, that wasn't the intention, but our Hondas have served us well over the years. This section that kind of runs down the fence line was my favorite section. It was fast and flowy. The slop at the beginning kept you on your toes, but when the track came around, you could really cook through here. I really thought there was a good chance of someone ending up in the water the way the track was marked. I guess everyone remembered it from the poker run. I know this lap isn't particularly exciting, but the weather was clear, and it's a nice clear video of a full lap. And of course, lousy driver missing that same corner again. I still blame the Ceros. comes another hill that the video doesn't really show well. This is a steep old hill with a jagged rock ledge on top. Certainly had to be careful. That was followed by the roughest straightaway on course. This thing made you feel like a jumping bean on a trampoline, I tell you. Here we have the track rerouted. When I glanced, I noticed some big UTV stuck in the creek. Funny story actually. On a later lap, they actually rerouted again. But this time didn't have anyone there pointing, just one ribbon. Didn't see it in time, and needless to say, I think Todd was disappointed. If it was me, I probably would have just left both lines open at that point. But I'm sure I'm just nailing Jell-O to a tree with my suggestions. It's sad. With this camera, you can't even see that there is a large rock pile in this right-hander. There's a big root coming off this tree on the right. I hit it once and thought for sure I broke something. Luckily this Honda is tough. Likely would have killed my old Polaris 800. This hill coming out of the creek was also steeper and rougher than this video shows. It also had a big rock at the top right smack in the middle that was basically unavoidable. I hit it with my skid plate every lap till it disappeared. Here's part of the last lap I took. We were getting close to the 5-hour mark, but with no one left in the class, I had no real motivation. We had gotten word of a rainstorm that was a-comin'. We decided we wanted to get the trailer out before it got exceedingly nasty. The other team broke their light bar, so we stopped and gave them ours before we left. Here is a picture of their car at the end. Apparently it rained for the last 6 hours of the race. I do not regret missing out on that. Here's the lap times. I ran 18 laps before hightailing it out of there. I had a few really hard impacts, but nothing appeared damaged on the car. It will be hitting the track again in a few days. I didn't go to the podium, so here is who I would thank. First, as always, Jesus Christ, my Savior. He has given me life and allowed me to enjoy racing all over the United States, and I'm very thankful for that. Then it's my long list of sponsors that help keep my team going. Thanks to Dad for making sure the car was ready to go for my Friday morning decision to race. This race in particular, we had big help from Blake at G3 and Chad from Dr. Powersports. These guys extended great hospitality. Thanks for watching. I hope my AI compadre wasn't too long-winded for you. See you next time, and remember, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.